canceled my best friend's bachelorette party after she fired me as a bridesmaid. Now she's going off on me. Let me give you the full picture, because there's a lot here. I'm a full-time student. I'm not completely broke, but I live on a budget that actually requires planning. Every dollar I spend on something optional means I'm taking it from somewhere else. I'm not saying that for sympathy, just so you understand the weight of what I'm about to say. My best friend and I have been close since we were teenagers. We've done everything together. When she got engaged, I cried real, happy tears. When she asked me to be a bridesmaid, I said yes immediately. I knew it would cost money. I accepted that. What I didn't sign up for was being treated like a servant and then thrown away when it was convenient. Here's what I spent before everything went wrong. $350 for the bridesmaid dress she picked. $350 for a flight home. I go to school out of state. $100 for a bridal shower gift I shipped to her. That's $800 already. And I hadn't even paid for hair or makeup yet, but I committed, so I kept going. A few months in, the maid of honor had complications with her pregnancy. She got put on bed rest and couldn't handle the bachelorette planning anymore. My best friend asked me if I could take over. Of course I said yes. I spent 2 full weeks planning everything. I researched venues, compared prices, and actually thought about what she loves, not just what looks good online. She's always been into bar hopping, dancing, laughing, moving from place to place with her people. So I built the whole night around that. I booked a limo for the evening, $400. I found an Airbnb big enough for everyone so no one had to worry about getting home, $700. Before confirming anything, I sent the full plan to every bridesmaid. Every single one approved it. Every single one promised they'd pay me back their share after, so I locked everything in. At that point, I was out $100 on top of the $800 I'd already spent, $2,000 total on a student budget. And I want to be clear, I wasn't resentful. I was excited. I wanted her to have an amazing night. Then the group chat blew up. Out of nowhere, one evening, she removed me and 2 other bridesmaids. No warning, just a long message saying we weren't honoring her wishes and weren't respecting her vision. We all messaged her privately. What wishes? What did we do wrong? No response. 2 full days of silence. Then suddenly, she added us back and apologized. Said wedding stress got to her. We talked it through. We moved on. I should have trusted my gut when it said something wasn't right, but I didn't. Less than 2 weeks later, it happened again. This time, it was just me. Another message. Same tone, that I wasn't respecting her, that she regretted making me a bridesmaid, that she wished she'd never invited me at all. I read it twice, trying to understand what I did. I asked her directly. Nothing. No response again. The next morning, she apologized, but this time it came with conditions. She said I could still come to the wedding, just not as a bridesmaid, and I couldn't wear the dress I already bought because it would make her uncomfortable. I told her calmly I understood, but I couldn't afford another dress. I'd already spent $2,000 on this wedding. I wasn't arguing. I was just being honest. And then she said something I'll never forget. She told me to take out more student loans. That's when something in me shifted. Not anger, just clarity. I sat with it for a few hours. Then I went to my bookings. I canceled the limo. I canceled the Airbnb. Both were still within the refund window. Then I messaged the other bridesmaids and explained everything. They said they understood, but one of them must have told her, because within an hour she texted me, not to check on me, not to apologize, but to tell me I was a jerk, that I had ruined her entire wedding, that there wasn't enough time to plan something new, and none of the girls had the money to fix it last minute. I'm out about $450 now. On a wedding I'm not even part of anymore. I gave up my time, my money, my energy. I dealt with 2 emotional blow-ups and still chose to move forward, and somehow I'm the one who ruined everything. There's still a small part of me that feels guilty, because it's her wedding, because we've been close for over a decade, because somewhere in all of this is the person I used to know. But that version of her would have never told me to go into debt for her big day. So tell me, was I wrong for canceling everything, or would you have done the same thing? And if your best friend treated you like this, would you still go to the wedding?